Hi everyone, it's Jem here. I hate doing serious videos and unfortunately this is a serious video. I don't ask you guys to do things very often and I'm asking you to please watch this video to the end and follow the instructions if you have any sort of love for YouTube or the YouTube art community as a whole. You know it's serious because I've got Jack Daniels. Also, don't ask why I'm sitting on the cave floor, that's another story for another time. Right, basically what's happening is there are going to be new guidelines in place for YouTube and they are supposedly becoming effective in January, so that's like 2 months away. The FTC fined YouTube a wee while ago £170 million dollars or something like that because they were collecting information on children for targeted ads. Now this is because parents allow their children to view YouTube videos through their logins and you're not allowed to collect data on children, it's against the law. So this was found out, they've been fined, and this is why these changes have come into place. The problem with these changes is that they are hasty, they are vague, and nobody has thought of the implications, and the onus and the blame is in the wrong place. So in terms of the art community, the crafting community, and also the gaming community, they're probably the ones that are going to be the hardest hit by this. So just to explain what they're trying to do, if you have child content, now when I say child content, if your videos are aimed at children, you have to declare that. And when you do that, you will have a different monetization structure or no monetization at all, and the comments section will also be turned off under your video. Now that's absolutely fine and well if you create videos for children. I feel really sorry for the creators that do, because that's a problem. The next problem is that we are not just talking about saying okay, this video is for kids, everything's going to be fine. If you have a video that can be deemed attractive to children and you don't claim it as directing it at children specifically, if the FTC find that video, they will fine you up to $42,000 for that video for not complying to the regulations. Now that would be me that gets fined or any other YouTube creator. $42,000. $42,000. I don't make 1/100th of that in a month on YouTube. So needless to say, there would be no channel. Not only are they implementing that, they are also looking at channels that have content that is potentially appealing to children, and this is one of the biggest issues because it is such a grey area and it is so vague. The type of things they talk about are use of bright colours. We're freaking artists, obviously we're going to use bright colours. Things that you have in the background of your videos. I have a full set, nearly a full set of Copic markers and all the different colours are on display. I could have a video demonetised because of that in the background. Anything that depicts characters, so any artist who has ever drawn a character of any description, you can't do that anymore, because if you do, you're going to be demonetised and you're going to have no comments on those videos. They don't have an exhaustive list of the things that can be deemed appealing to children, and this is the problem. As a creator, we have no idea where that line is, and our only options are to augment our content so that it is deliberately adult themed, which then negates any family friendly content. And we have been told from the get-go that family friendly content is good on YouTube. That's what they want, good, clean, wholesome fun. We are now being forced out of that because we don't know where the boundary is, and that's a problem. And the fact that we can get tripped up through no fault of our own, even if we're trying to play by the rules, is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Everyone that's got a gaming channel is basically not going to have any comments on any of their videos, and they are not going to make any money from their videos. The thing that annoys me about all of this, and it frustrates me so much, is that because of what's happened, It's not actually YouTube's fault. YouTube did the right thing. They created a separate channel for child-friendly content. They made an app for it. That was the whole idea. YouTube are being punished, but the creators are being punished. We are being held responsible for something that is not our responsibility. We have no control over who watches our videos, yet we're the ones that are going to get punished. What part of that in anyone's normal thinking process is fair? It's not. None of it is fair. The responsibility is being taken away from the people that should be responsible and the people that should be monitoring what their kids are doing online, and that is parents. And I am not blaming any parents for this at all. This is not the problem. It's the FTC's thinking and the processes that are being put in place because of this. And it is a knee-jerk reaction. That is what it is. And it absolutely infuriates me. So we're in a position now, if I have one video demonetized a month, even if it was just one and the rest were okay, that is the difference between me being able to run this channel without having to dip into my own pocket and me having to foot the bill for things. And when I say that, I mean things like the PO box that everyone kept asking for and is clearly widely in use, the giveaways that we do, the subscriptions to the art boxes that I get. That money has to come from somewhere. And I've worked really hard for a year and a half and I have footed the bill for those things myself, not to mention cameras and all that kind of stuff. The money has to come from somewhere, and up until now I've had no problem putting that money in because it's something that I wanted to do. But for a channel to be sustainable and for you to continue to grow as your audience grows, you need to have some sort of income or else it just can't happen. So basically what I'm saying is, if these regulations come in the state that they're in, with these vague boundaries and guidelines that are actually just a load of bullshit, my channel is not going to be here. This time next year, the channel will not be here. And I'm not the only one. Take a moment to think about big YouTubers, and I'm talking your Casey Goldens and your Jazzas and all the rest of it. Some of these people have YouTube as their main source of income, and because they may use coloured pencils or bright colours or draw characters, then that's it. It's over for them. So this is really, really important. The good thing about the situation at the moment is that the FTC are listening. They are wanting to learn more about YouTube and about how it works, and they want to hear from viewers and creators, and you can actually leave a comment for them. There is also a petition to sign as well to say that, you know, if you're going to bring this in, then it's going to have to be amended quite substantially for it to actually be fair and for it to work, and basically so that creators like myself don't get punished for something that we have no control over. That's the way I feel about it. The information that we have been given is few and far between. Some of the bigger YouTubers have a contact at YouTube, and what I have gathered from that is that basically YouTube's hands are tied, which I just think is absolutely ridiculous. There is no reason for them to be punished and fined because people's kids are using their logins to watch YouTube. There's absolutely no need for that, and it's not within YouTube's control either. It's ridiculous. It's not down to the YouTube creators to take the hit in case someone's kids are watching, and it's not down to YouTube to, you know, to be the ones to guess whether people are or not. The easiest thing to do would be to put a consent disclaimer on each YouTube account and say, by signing in, you're acknowledging that it is an adult that is using this, and any repercussions thereafter YouTube and their creators will not be held responsible for, or something like that. That would do, that would be fine. It's quite a dire circumstance. However, we have an opportunity to voice our opinions and kind of push back on the way things are just now. Now, I'm not saying that these regulations shouldn't come in. They cannot be brought into use in the state that they're in, because it's going to ruin everything for everybody. And what is going to happen then is there's going to be more mature content and the kids are going to watch it anyway because they're going on their parents' login. What I would like you to do now, if you've made it this far, and I really hope that most of you have made it this far, is I would like you to click on the link underneath this video and it takes you to Jackie's channel, and she is the Nerdy Crafter. I'm sure some of you will know of her very well. She has been making noises about this since she first found out about it, and she has just posted a video. She's been talking to someone who used to be a practicing lawyer and gets his points of views, but also underneath her video are some really helpful links to help people understand what's involved with all of this. And I'm kind of leaving you to go and do that because Jackie makes a much better job of talking objectively about what's going on than I have. I mean, I'm rambling on for like I don't know how many minutes now. So please go down into the description, scroll down, go to the description box and go and click on the link to Jackie's video and watch it in its entirety. It's about 20 minutes long. If you're a YouTube watcher, you can spare 20 minutes to watch it. There is also a link to a petition. I will leave that down in the description here, but it is also in the description of Jackie's video. We need to do this together. We need everyone. I've got not quite 3,000 subscribers and a lot more people that just come and watch some of my videos. If any of you are watching, we need to do this as a community. I'm always banging on about the interaction and that nice sort of cosy community feel. And I don't want us to lose any of this. I don't want to lose my channel. I'm having far too much fun to get shafted for 42 grand for something that I maybe didn't even do. So that this is the most important thing ever. And I would really appreciate it if you took the time to do this. I have already signed the petition. It takes a couple of minutes. It's no biggie. Even if you could just do that, that would be brilliant. And hopefully we can make ourselves heard, and hopefully the FTC will listen and we can come to some sort of compromise or get some sort of augmented process on the go and delay what's supposed to be happening before it all gets out of hand and YouTube basically disappears as a platform, because let's face it, that could quite easily happen if what we know at this point is to be true. The other thing that they're doing is putting in measures to police the videos, and it is an automated system. I don't know what you want. It's like a checking algorithm, and if the algorithm picks something up in your video that could be deemed appealing to children, like the aforementioned backgrounds or a pack of Crayola coloured pencils, which I use all the time. I freaking do adult colouring, of course I'm going to use coloured pencils. They can demonetise you there and then and shut down your comments. You can appeal that decision, but it won't change the decision. What is the point in an appeals process if it doesn't change the outcome, or it has no way of changing the outcome? I really hope you can understand my frustrations and the fact that I'm actually quite scared about this. We seem to be one of the main genres that are going to be hit hardest. Us and gamers are going to be the ones that get it in the neck. We're going to see the most casualties. Jackie also talks about in her video the impact on female creators specifically. I understand entirely where she's coming from, and I don't think it is the main issue that we are facing. It's still an important issue, but it's almost like collateral damage. There is a much bigger problem. But I will leave you to go and watch her video. Please do it. Please. And take some action, guys, because if we all get together, there's a buttload of us in the art community. If we all do something about this, we might just be able to change this before it gets out of hand. Thank you so much for watching, and normal service shall resume on Thursday, and we'll get back to being a bit cheerier and a bit less grumpy. Thanks guys, bye for now.